All right. Well, welcome everybody to our Trade Like the Pros student highlight session. My name is Dion Pouncil, and today I will be highlighting our student JB. He goes by JB, but his name is Jeffrey Hall. I'm going to allow Jeffrey to introduce himself. We're just going to keep this very organic, very light. And I am just going to ask him some questions about, where he is, his financial journey, how he got here, and just really show some love, light, and support to him because he has an amazing story. I want him to be able to share that, and I want to be able to use this as an encouragement to anybody in our communities currently, in the future, and in general, because one of the most powerful things about JB's story is that he never traded or invested before getting in our programs. So to see the numbers that he has done and has the success that he's done is a beautiful testimony to be able to show that anybody can do it, no matter where you are in your financial journey. So without further ado, my man JB, Jeffrey, welcome. Thank you. I really appreciate you doing this because we have a lot of winners in the program, but not everybody is as vocal or comfortable about being public and sharing. So for you to do this, I just want to say thank you, and I commend you for doing that because, especially for our community, we have to be the change that we want to see, right? And it's important for other people who look like us, younger, older, or from different situations, to be able to see that these things are possible, and people who look like us and from where we're from and do what we do can do these things. So Jeff, thank you. And so go ahead and please introduce yourself for the people.
Okay, everybody knows me. I'm JB. Just to give you a little bit about myself. I'm a retired military Air Force veteran, 21 years of service. After my military career, I wanted to see about, I went into corporate America. Going into corporate America was a big change. But then there's life after corporate America from retirement. Most people are scared of retirement. I was one of them too. Like, man, what am I going to do? So I heard about Dion's program through his wife, lovely wife, and we started with her. She started doing the 401s, and she let Dion take over the class for a while for the futures. And the future walk is I just clicked with it. And it's been awesome ever since. I've been with Dion now almost 4 years, Dion. Just about.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
I'm part of the cohort 6, I think it was.
Okay, so 2021, February 2021. So yeah, it's going on. It'll be 4 years in February.
Yeah, and that was when I left corporate America. Well, I'm sorry, 2 years. 2 years after I joined, I left corporate America.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the door just opened up since then.
Okay, so before we dive into the questions, because I'm gonna ask a couple of questions, maybe some people want to ask some questions here shortly, but before we get into the deep dive, can you tell us how much have you made from trading futures with our strategies this year in 2024?
Okay, in the futures market, it's over 100 grand.
Okay.
Now, there's strategies that he's talking about before investing, and right now, present day, from January to now, I just figured everything up, and it's over 86,000.
Okay, so let's talk about that. He's up $186,000 for the year in 2024. 100K from the future strategies and 86K from the stock strategy. So first and foremost, congratulations, JB. And he is a retired vet, and also, and thank you for serving, by the way, and also retired from Lockheed Martin too, right?
Yep, Lockheed Martin.
Okay.
It was Lockheed Martin and a company called Leidos. I did 9 years with Lockheed Martin. The company Leidos bought out the division of Lockheed Martin that I worked for, but I kept my stock in both the Lockheed and the other company too to maximize my strategy.
All right, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So a two-time retiree. So especially for my more experienced or older, people in the community who are at retirement, just retired, or considering retiring and stuff like this, and thinking about what you're doing in your next step. This is a powerful example for you all to see what's being done in the Trade Like the Pros community and really understanding that you can do this. Okay. So now I'm going to hop in. I got a couple specific questions. Like I said, we're going to keep it light, but I just wanted the people to be able to hear it. I think it's encouraging. Like, yes, okay, Dion is doing this, Dominique is doing this, and they should be doing it. They're professionals and they've been doing this for a long time, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But for other people to see and hear about other people in the program doing and having the same success with the things that we teach, I think that it's extremely, extremely, extremely powerful. So, as we get started, can you share a bit about your trading background before joining the program?
Before trading with Dion, I had no trading background, none, zilch. I mean, I would watch CNBC like most people do, wondering, man, these guys are doing a lot. I wonder how they're making all this money. I see these tickers running, but I don't understand what they're saying. The news, I watch CNBC, Money Magnet, and some of these other programs that they come on TV, but didn't understand what they're relating to and the lingo. It's like when I did that show, I had to learn a different lingo, and just like with finance, I have to learn a different lingo, and I needed to find someone who could show me and teach me, and that's when I ran into your program.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. So you all hearing, he never traded ever before joining the program. That's a huge call out. So if you are new to the community and you've never traded and you've never heard of me or the program, it's okay, because everybody had to start somewhere, including myself, including Warren Buffett, including Jim Simons, including Kevin, Ken Griffin. Wherever you are in your financial journey, you got to take that first step, right? The longest mile, the longest journey starts with the first step. And then not only that, we also hear in there how he bet on himself. He was interested in some stuff. He heard about it. He seen it on TV. He believed that he could do it. And he wanted to find some people that he could learn from and or, give relatable things, right? And I also think that that's important to call out because, and I was just mentioning this either yesterday or on a live or another day or something like that, is about, I had a video shoot today. That's what it was. First and foremost, when you're looking to get to another level in life, you need to learn the language of that level. You need to learn the words of that level. You need to learn the concepts of that level, and you need to learn the language of that level. Because if not, it's literally going to sound like they're speaking another language. It's like going to be like you speak English and they speak in Mandarin, right? And it's the same thing when you get into the finance game, the money game. And that's why the first thing we teach in Trade Like the Pros, literally when you join that course, is the first milestone is literally a glossary, so that you understand the words that are being said, so that as you start to get into the strategies and the concepts and stuff like that, it'll make sense, right? So those are some very powerful call outs that he said. But one of the most important things is, whether you believe you can or whether you believe you can't, you are right, right? And so he heard about it, saw it, but he thought and believed that he was going to be successful at that. And then he took a chance and he bet on himself. Okay. So, all right. So the next question I got for you is, what were the biggest challenges you faced back then? Like, getting over the hurdle to get started. And then what was your challenges when you initially got started?
The biggest challenge for me was getting started. To be honest, just like you said, believing in myself, and finding the right person. I wanted to find the right person that I can trust, that I know who wasn't shooting a lot of junk in the air, and found a program that was working. I seen you, and you gave your life history. You gave a brief background of what you did and how you got started. And me being a Christian, the first thing the Bible teaches you is to first get understanding, and get an understanding, proper understanding from the right person, learning the right techniques and strategies to get ahead. But like I said, the hardest part was getting over that hurdle. And once I saw that I can get over that hurdle, rest is easy. just repeat.
Okay, and so he bet on himself. He believed that he was going to have success, and then if I hear you correctly saying getting understanding as you was doing research or trying to find the people that who you wanted to learn from, we expressed who we were. I gave you my background. It made it plain. So you had some type of level of connection with me from whatever it is that I was saying. And then what I was explaining to you or the way we were breaking it down, it made sense to you.
Yeah, because you were showing it, you weren't just talking, you were showing it with your actions too. And that was the main thing. It wasn't just somebody on the screen saying, hey, I made this much money, and then you got to figure out how they did it. They show you the winning, but they didn't show you the losers. Well, you showed both. You showed the wins, how you can make it, but you also showed how you can lose it just if you don't follow the process. And
absolutely,
to me, that spoke to me a lot louder because you were willing to show your losses as well as your wins.
Yes. And we have a lot more wins than we have losses. But also, I always thought that was important to be real, to be upfront, and to be transparent, right? A lot of people only show their wins or they only show you what they're making. They don't show you what they're losing, right? And I also do that because it's important to know that you're not going to win every trade. You're not going to win every day. And that leads to the importance of risk management, right? And if nobody's talking about these very vital things, you're not trading, you're not investing, you are gambling. And I don't want that for you. I don't want that for anybody in our community, but especially because we be the last ones to get into the game. A lot of times we're the last ones to get access to a lot of things, and I want people to know and to be able to operate in truth. And so you can have the best strategy in the world. You can have the best win percentage in the world. But if you don't have any risk management parameters, when you do lose that trade, because you are going to lose a trade here and there, or for a day or for a week or for a month. But if you don't have those things in place where you can actually manage risk properly through math and through data and not hoping, wishing, guessing, praying, then you have a chance to be consistently successful. And I think it's very important to share those things in general. So yeah, thank you for that. And I think that that's an important call out. Okay. So since joining the program, this year alone, you're up 100K in futures. You're up, over 100K or 86K in stock investments and stuff like that. What key strategies from the program help you achieve these results?
The first strategy I use is the bots. I like the NQ, but also you teach us about you taught us about the VIX. You taught us about volume. Volume controls the market, and that is so powerful. The VWAP, also the EMA. I use them all. I use a confluence of all of them. When they talk to me, I listen.
Okay, so let me break down what he's saying for some newbies or people who, this is your first time kind of joining one of these or listening in. So first and foremost, the market is just a marketplace. Okay, it's a centralized location where people are buying and selling. People who believe the market is going to go up for whatever reason or whatever their strategy is, they're looking to buy, right? And for people who believe that the market is going to go down for whatever reason, and for whatever it is that they believe, they're going to sell. And that's really what the marketplace is. It's just an exchange of people buying and selling, and they just so happen to be buying and selling financial instruments, okay? That's essentially what trading and investing is. Now, he's talked about bots. So we have computer programs, we have computer algorithms that we've developed internally. I have a team of quantitative developers that work with and for me to build my strategies into automated trading algorithms. Now, some people get overwhelmed when they hear bots or algos and stuff like that. Let me just be very clear. An algorithm is defined simply as a step-by-step process. So if you get up every day at the same time, you go to the bathroom, you brush your teeth, you wash your face, you do this stuff in the same order, it's a routine. That's an algorithm, okay? When it comes to trading and investing, you can follow a step-by-step process manually. That's still an algorithm. And then you can also choose to get that step-by-step process programmed via a computer, and that computer will follow that same step-by-step process and manage that trade for you, depending on if you want it semi-automatic or fully automatic. Okay. Some of the other things that he called out, like the VWAP, the volume weighted average price, one of the most highly used professional strategies, that we teach. And everything we teach, we also teach the math and the step-by-step process behind it. So not only do you learn how to trade and invest, you actually learn the math behind what it is that you're trading, so that you're not out there hoping, wishing, guessing, print. You can actually, if you wanted to, take out a pen and paper or take out a calculator and do the math and understand and be able to articulate what you are seeing and what you are about to put your money on, right? There's a lot of controversy on one of my ads right now. I got like 60,000 views because I say that chart patterns are bullshit. And that's because you can't mathematically prove and articulate what these things are and what they do outside of it being a visual representation of what's going on in the order book. But if you're able to understand the order book, if you're able to understand the math, and you're able to understand the strategies that you put on it are data driven, what he said is he can literally see what the market is telling him, find a high probability position, put himself in it automatically or manually, put his risk parameters on there, and let the chips fall where they may. It doesn't mean he's gonna win every trade, it doesn't mean he's gonna win every day, but we can see over time he's been consistently profitable. And that's one of the main things that I talk to you all about is consistency, right? So great stuff, JB. So how did your mindset and approach to trading change after going through the program?
My mindset changed from using my own money to when I learned to trade like the pros, to using somebody else's money. Because as you know, I would always tell you, hey, I'm using my own money. I'm not used to, I can't pass the eval. I was worried about passing by. Not that I couldn't, I was just worried about it. Just something I wasn't used to. I had to change my mindset to pivot. To pivot from using my own money to using someone else's money. And once I did that, once I passed the first eval, it's all golden after that. I knew I can pass one, I can pass many after that.
And so how many funded accounts do you have right now, and how much total do you have under management from your funded accounts?
I've passed 1.7 million funded accounts.
So he has, so let's break down what he just said right there, everybody. First and foremost, congratulations. Okay. Now he has $1.7 million under management, specifically from the strategy that I taught him in Trade Like the Pro. So let's talk about this for a second. He never knew how to trade before joining our programs. He didn't even know a lot of these markets existed. He didn't know any of these strategies existed. Okay. His mindset was, I'm interested in trading. I want to learn how to trade. I'm going to find somebody to teach me how to trade. I'm going to bet on myself. Then not only did he bet on himself, he was betting on himself initially with his own real money. He was putting his own real money at risk. Then when he took the Trade Like the Pros program specifically, he learned how I teach you how to leverage and use other people's money so that you don't have to put your hard-earned real money at risk. And now he has $1.7 million under management of their money that he's using to make his $100,000 that he's already profitable this year. And that could be some from his real live accounts with his personal money and some from the $1.7 million that he has funded. But at the end of the day, if you walk through those steps psychologically, no matter where you are in your financial journey, you can see if JB could do it, I could do it. I started at the same place that JB has started with no knowledge of any of this, right? And so shout out to you, JB. That's extremely powerful, extremely encouraging. And, I love to give honor where honor is due, because we need to see more people be able to do this, who look like us, who come from where we come from, done what we are trying to do or aspiring to do, and can get reinvigorated, like that fire, or even get you over the hump to say, even if you don't join our program, This stuff needs to be learned. I believe it needs to really be taught in school, and it really needs to be a part of our everyday livelihood. But I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole. But I believe every single person on the planet, first and foremost, should learn about and know about money, learn about and know about trading and investing, and then have a specific level of expertise in at least one asset class that they can bet on themselves, and they can use that to make money to design a lifestyle that they want to live. Because here's one thing for sure, two things for certain. If you depend on a corporation to feed you, you give them permission to starve you. Okay, just think about that for a second. If you give them the ability to feed you, you give them the permission to starve you. Okay, and so I want everybody, no matter what it is, you need to get a trade that you can bet on yourself and be able to provide for yourself, no matter what Johnny at the corporation does. Okay, so
and before you continue, let me tell you that I had the 1.7 million, but like I said, like Dion teaches, greed cost me 800,000 of that because of greed.
Okay.
So
okay,
I had to say 1.7 million now because, like I said, greed got in the way, and like you said, you don't see the plan, it will eat you up. He's
100%, right? So now even acknowledging that, right? Now, okay, let's say you're around at 900K. You got up to 1.7 million. Here's somebody who has had success, proven success with what we teach him and what he has been doing, and he still has those daily battles with his emotions, right? So this is another thing. No matter where you are in your financial journey, know that you are not alone in these things. Excuse me. And this is what I also tell you all. We're all human. We all have emotions. So I don't tell you, not to validate your emotions or understand your emotions. I tell you to understand them so that you can manage them and control them, so that you can put yourself in a position where you emotionally detach from the money. Because it's not, and we can see from the people here in the community and from Jeff and other people, it's not, is what Dion going to teach me really going to give me the game? Yes, that's very proven. We got over 18,000 students worldwide in our various programs. So the proof is in the pudding. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie, right? But the thing is can you manage your fear, and can you manage your greed? Because once I show you the game and I show you all this money and I show you where it's at all day, every day, billions and trillions of dollars at your fingertips, and you start rubbing them hands like Birdman, and you start getting excited, and you start seeing all that money in that market, and you start doing those calculations in your head, and you start seeing all the money that you need to get back for all the struggles you had in your life, that's where the true battle is.
Yeah.
Okay. So, he's lost 800,000 in funded accounts, still have 900,000, and he's still up over 100,000 in futures alone, and over 186,000 collectively. So that's also very important for all of you to see, that it's okay for you to lose a trade. It's okay for you to lose a day. But when you get in there and you start revenge trading because you can't control your emotions, or you get in there and you start being greedy because you like, I made $500 in like 32 seconds. I need more. I made $5,000 in 3 minutes. I need more.
But the reason the reason you taught me the best thing is because, like I said, the pivot. Now that if that had been my real money in the next trade, I would really been salty. But since I was doing an eval, I only paid $45, $37 for the account. $37 versus $700,000 is a big difference.
I'm gonna take that bet and that risk all day, every day, right?
Yeah.
And part of that is but you don't know what you don't know.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
You don't know what you don't know. And if you haven't been exposed to it and you don't know that's the real game and how people play on Wall Street, do you think the people on Wall Street use their money to trade and invest? No, they use y'all money. They use everybody's money to trade and invest. They use other people's money. So if this is what's done professionally on Wall Street, yes, I can use my bag at times, but why wouldn't I use their bag the majority of the time to build my bag?
Exactly.
Right. And we teach you that step by step in the Trade Like the Pros program. And so it's enlightening because a lot of other people have been struggling trying to pass evals. And not only do we give you a step by step game plan, we also got a whole computer algorithm that literally does it for you, fully automated. Right. So powerful stuff. Good stuff, JB. Okay. So, was there a particular moment or lesson during the program where everything just clicked for you? And then how did that impact your trading results afterwards if you had one of those, aha moments?
I can say it was a particular moment. It's just like when I start to really take my time and learn and read, do my sims, work in my sims, and watch how the market reacts. That's when it clicked to me, and I just saw the profit that I did like a 4 months pace time for myself. I said, okay, in 4 months, I want to make this amount, and I'm going to do this many contracts, and I'm going to take my time, and I'm not going to deviate from it. And once I started doing consistently, making a profit, the daily profit, that clicked for me. And I said, okay, if I do this and I stick with it, I can be consistently profit. I don't get greedy. I don't get ahead of myself. And every now I slip, like I said, every time somebody slips every time, I get greedy. But once I stay consistent with it, and I can see you talking in your head, don't get greedy. Take your money and run. Don't go back in. And it started working. That's when it clicked to me, and that's when I started being profitable.
Consistently profitable, because you had some up and downs, but consistently profitable. And that's definitely one of the things that I want to call out is the difference between having emotional roller coasters, because you win $5,000 this day, you lose $20,000 the next day, you win 100,000, whatever it is. That emotional roller coaster is not stable, right? And so I've always expressed to you all to control your fear, control your greed, right? But you want to slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. I'd much rather you all focus on being consistently profitable and build good habits versus the up and down swings that already come with the market, right? And so, and you also heard in there, he did his part. He took his time. He read. He studied. He put his time, energy, and effort in. Even outside of learning in the course, he would take the time to study the courses again, practice in the sim, practice in the playback connection, right? It didn't happen overnight for him, right? And think about this: 4 months in general is still a relatively short amount of time to learn anything and for it to click for you, but damn sure a short amount of time for you to learn something that you can make $100,000 in a year, or $186,000, and it's October, where the American average income is $58,000 a year, right? You 3x that, and then and we still got 2 months left in the year, right? And you did this from home, and you could do this from anywhere in the world that you got internet connection, right? So you're free, you're literally retired, you could do whatever you want in general, then you're free, and now you have a trade and a skill set where you can literally trade from anywhere in the world 22 hours a day, 6 days a week.
Yep, I do it when I go home for Christmas break, Thanksgiving. I take my computer with me, so if I feel like trading, I can trade. If I don't feel like trading, I'm good.
Yeah, you ain't pressed, right? Yeah. It's like when you really get it, it's like an ATM. It's like a money printer. It's like when I decide to go over there and get a bag, I just go over there and get a bag, and then I go on about my day.
Yep.
Right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. So you have managed to achieve some impressive financial milestones this year. What role did the community and support from the program play in your success?
The community will support and encouragement. The program give me the real information that I can use, and also applying the information to my screen. The lessons, running through the lessons, they were thorough. You know, they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
They gave you all the information that you need to be successful.
Nice. Love to hear it. Yeah. That's one of the things that I stand on is truth and giving the real. And again, some people be like, I was talking to my boy the other day. He was like, bro, I just took this course and realized that you are literally giving people the step-by-step playbook. And like he was really dumbfounded because it's like it's a lot of people that know some of the stuff that I know, and they will gatekeep and they will not give you the real and they will not give you the information and they will try to hold stuff back for you. But like I'm literally not only giving you the words, I'm giving you the concept, I'm giving you the strategy, I'm literally giving you the step-by-step math so you can literally prove it for yourself, right? And you can stand on it for yourself. No matter whether Dion's around or not, no matter whether you got a bot or not, no matter whether you got a prop firm or not, you can literally be able to take that and prove it to yourself and to anybody in the world that asks you. And that is extremely powerful because once you learn it, you can't unlearn it. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. And once you learn it, nobody on this planet can take it from you.
And the biggest that we have when we had the incident when the about a week ago or so, when the bots wasn't working.
Yeah.
When
the AWS went down.
MWS went down, and people wouldn't trade. Well, I traded, and it was successful. That was a $5,000 day for me.
Hey,
because what we did was we used the other instrument, the VWAP, the VIX, the volumes that you taught us before. So yeah, I wasn't in a lockdown. So now the bots is like extra. That's just added.
The bots are a cherry on top.
Yes, sir.
Right? It's like I can choose to turn on the algos if I want to, but I genuinely know what's going on. Like I can look here at these charts, I can look at these markets, I can do the math or put the tools in place for the math to be done for me, and I can literally make a data-driven, educated, informed decision. And that is true power.
Yeah.
That is power right there. I cannot express how powerful that is.
Yes.
Right. And that it's funny because somebody else was in my DM the other day talking about, oh, I seen a video on your page and y'all only made $1,000. Well, first of all, I don't even really like showing us making more than $1,000 a day because for the average regular person, it's not really believable. They can't really fathom and understand it. But for those of you all who are in the program, y'all know we can make $1,000 in
seconds.
13 seconds. You know what I'm saying? With what we do and how we do it. So it's like really sharing with the people to be able to understand. Like he just said it off the whim, like he had a $5,000 day. And this is not a whole day of trading, y'all. Like we trade literally less than an hour and a half. We might start our morning routine 9:30. We could be in the markets and we can hit profit targets in seconds or minutes and be done for the day, right? Before 11 a.m. and still go on and have the rest of our day to do whatever we want. So this ain't sitting in front of those screens all day. This ain't trying to check out some mythical chart patterns that don't work. This is literally get in, identify what's going on, be efficient, decide your strategy, trade it manually or trade it with the algo, get your bread or hit your stop loss, and go live. Right? Life is to be lived, not just be sitting in front of no computer screen. Okay. So if you could speak to your younger self before you started trading, based on what you know now, what would you say?
Don't wait.
That's real.
I got started a whole lot sooner. If I knew what I know now, I'd have been light years ahead where I am right now.
Man, listen, I'm already hip. That's powerful. I heard a quote the other day, and I'm an action taker all in life, but I heard a quote the other day, and it said, procrastination is the pride and arrogance to think that you have tomorrow. Right? Like, and you just really sit back and think about that. Like, procrastination is saying your pride and your ego is so big that you essentially telling God, no, I got time to get to that plan. I got time to get to that will that you got from my life. I got time to do X, Y, and Z. When no man knows the day nor the hour for their life or when he coming back, right? So it's like, man, that is powerful. So
Don't,
that was a very simple statement. I would
yeah,
tell myself to act now. Yeah.
yeah. Don't let fear be your downfall.
Listen, and faith and fear are both belief systems,
Yeah.
right? So if you choose not to do something that you um don't end up doing it, don't think you do it, you're living a fear-driven life instead of a faith-driven life, for sure. Okay. So last couple of questions, man, and then if you open to it, maybe I'll open it up for a couple of questions. Um, for the community. So why do you love trading futures so much?
Instant results. Quick results.
It's so funny because half the people don't even know the futures market exists, or if they hear about it and they haven't heard about it ever, they might think it's a scam. But the futures market, especially if you can in any one of my live tradings, you'll know this. Futures market was around before the stock market, right? So yeah, and then once you see that bread there, you can't unsee it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the barrier to entry is so low, even in your live account, you can get started with $500. You know what I'm saying? Or you can get started in the Trade Like the Pros program for $30, $40 once you learn how to really get it cooked. You know what I'm saying? So now that you've had that success though with futures and also now stock, have you set any other goals for trading and investing?
Yeah. My goal is to have 20 funded account. That's my goal. Consistently win alternate 20 of them. Investing wise, I'm already doing the investing part of it as far as the stock. I just want to get started on the stock trader, really more invested in stock. And from the money that I get from the funded account, I'll just put it into my trading account and also diversify it in some of the stock goals that I want to achieve.
Powerful stuff. So what he's calling out there is a couple things that we've also taught him about. Once you get your profits diversified and put it into other different asset classes that can bring you money. And then also, having 20 funded accounts, let's just say they're at, I know you like doing the 250K, but let's just say that it was 100,000, right? That's $2 million, right? Or if you want the 250,000, or even if you do the 300,000, that's $6 million under management. And then he also said put himself in a position to be consistently profitable in all of them so that he can even get larger payouts. So for an example, let's just say you had 10 accounts and you're getting $2,000 a payout per account. That's $20,000, and you get paid out twice a month. That's $40,000 a month, which is very, very doable. Okay. For those of you who may not know or you're new to this, that might sound like a lot of money, but we can make thousands of dollars in seconds. Okay. Because we know how, right? And then the key is being consistently profitable. I know I probably said that about 20 times today. Anybody can click a button and the trade go right in their favor one time or a couple times and get lucky. We're here talking about being consistently profitable, right? Because he didn't make that $100,000 of profit in one trade, in one day, in 1 week, in 1 month. We're in the month of October now, and he's up 100K. So that means that he had to be consistent as well, not just riding emotional roller coasters. Okay, so last question from my side is for somebody who's thinking about doing a trade like the pros, but is still on the fence. What advice would you give them based on your experience?
Like I said, don't procrastinate. Get started now. The program works. It's real. It's live. It's reachable. It's attainable.
It's right there for sure. Okay, so does anybody in here want to hop on the mic if JB is open to asking a couple questions? I won't keep you too much longer. We'll definitely do a hard stop at 19 minutes if we still need that much time. But yeah, go ahead and raise your hand. Will, go ahead, hop up on the mic and ask a question.
First of all, congratulations, JB. Thanks for sharing with us. Definitely appreciate it. Your
My pleasure.
story is inspiring, especially considering I'm a recent retiree. But my question is, what are some of the key areas or strategies to your success with stock investments?
Stock investment is now you're doing 401k, or you're doing your private stock, or what
Well,
stock?
I'm doing a little bit of both 401k traditional, Roth, and then
Okay, that was a key area right there, Roth. For everybody that's doing stock, I would tell you, don't do traditional, do Roth. And these are the advantages. The traditional, you pay the taxes at the end, but you're also paying taxes when you start taking money out. You're paying taxes on the dividends that you receive, and every time you take money out of that traditional, you're going to be paying taxes on it. Versus the Roth, and all mine are Roth. And the reason being, I pay the taxes up front, but when I start taking it, well, unless you're 59, when you're 59 and a half and over, you be penalized unless if you're not 59 and a half. But once you go with 59 and a half and you start taking money out, the only portion you pay taxes on is the portion that the company matches. You pay taxes on that portion. The rest of the portion is yours. It's like free money. and not only that,
you got a
every
knack
time you
for
take
free
money
money.
out, it's free money. Yeah. It doesn't count against you either, even on your taxes. I just said it doesn't count against you. And I proved that too. I put that to action.
Okay, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anybody else with a question for JB, or anything that we covered today? I just want to be able to have this open dialogue. Remember, also today at 1 p.m. we have another student highlight with Victor. So I'm excited to get Victor to have this same conversation with him today at 1 o'clock. But anybody have any questions for JB? You can hop up on the mic, or you can raise your hand. I won't hold him too long if there isn't any more questions. But yeah, man, powerful stuff, because again, everybody, whether you're in the program or not, everybody starts at the same place, which is the first step. And to go from not knowing anything existed to making 100K in futures and 86K in stock in less than 1 year is extremely inspiring, is extremely cool. And I'm very proud and honored that I had the ability to teach JB these things. And I'm going to try to get more of our bit cooking students to share a little bit more. But I'm super grateful for you. Go ahead, Miss Teresa.
Good morning. Hi, JB. Hi, Dion.
Hi.
Congratulations, JB. Everything you share is very encouraging. I just had a question that I guess what came to mind is that when I know you're being profitable, you're being consistent.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess Dion addressed it before. When you show a video to Apex and they ask, like show that you're trading. I mean,
I
do
haven't
we,
had to do that yet. I haven't had to do
you
that.
have, okay.
Victor has, because I haven't put any report, because I'm building my funds and my accounts up. I focus on building my accounts up before I start taking money out. I don't need the money out. I have residual income coming in right now, so I don't need I don't need to just build mine up. And once I build it up to where I want it, because I want to increase my margin, my trail
Right.
stop, so I don't have to worry about trail stop. So right now I'm not taking any money out because I don't need it right now. I'm just building my account.
Oh, excellent, excellent. I
May
heard Dion say that too, and I was wondering how to
I was just
slowly
about to say
do
that.
that. How do I mean, because you're using, you said you do manual, but you're also using a bots, but you're making sure that you're consistent to build that so that you stay a large percentage away from that drawdown, right?
Yes,
Exactly.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. And that's what I always tell you all, like, he's calling out a couple of things. One, he not pressed, right? That allows him to be emotionally disconnected from the money, the payouts, the trades. That I cannot express how powerful that is, right? Because it allows you to look at the trade objectively. Is this a good trading opportunity, or is it not a good trading opportunity? Or versus, do I need the money, or do I not need the money, right? So that's first. Second is remember, especially if you're in the course, the reason that one of the reasons that I teach you how to trade the stuff manually and with the math is so that you know it for yourself, period. I don't care if Apex asks you, your son, daughter, niece, nephew, cousin, boss, I don't care who asks you. You should be able to know what it is that you're doing. You should be able to understand it, and you should be able to articulate it, and you should be able to execute it. Because if you don't, you're not trading. You are gambling, right? And I don't want that for you. So I want you to be able to know what you're doing. And then yes, I tell you, you should grow the account at least 3x of whatever it is the payout minimum that they set. So if they set a payout minimum at $2,000, I want you to grow your account to at least $6,000 before you request a payout, because then that means you could take at least $2,000 out and you still got $4,000 in there to continue to grow the account without being close to the drawdown. But if you could grow it to 10K, 15K without taking it, that's even better, because now you got bigger wiggle room for your drawdown. You got bigger wiggle room for your risk in the individual trade. And then now, after you get paid out after the first 3 months, your payouts are unlimited. So you won't have no limits on what you're requesting. Okay, so super powerful stuff. Good question, Ms. Teresa. Thank you for answering, JB. Whitney, go ahead with your question.
Good morning, Dion and JB. Thank y'all so much for even coming on here, and JB giving your story is super inspiring. I just wanted to ask about, you mentioned about using I think the VIX you said. I was just curious about like that in general. Do you use that kind of strategy for stocks or trading futures, and just maybe not super detailed, but like an overall kind of like synopsis of how you use the VIX? I've heard of the VIX, but never really known like what it was or like how it's used.
I use the VIX because the VIX is opposite of the NQ. So if the VIX is going up, then the NQ are going down. If the VIX is going down, then the NQ is going up. And I monitor it while I'm doing my trades to give me a sense of direction of when to get in, and when is it's just a pullback, or is it really going in market really going in that direction?
Okay, so it's like an inversion kind of.
Yeah.
Strategy. Okay.
It's one of our more advanced strategies. And
it takes time, believe me. If you don't,
Okay.
you got to do your study. You got to do your work.
Yeah, definitely take your time with the basics and get grounded in that.
Yes.
And then step up, because the VIX is also nothing to play with.
Yes.
So
Okay.
it is extremely powerful. It's one of my main things that I use, and I've talked about before, and we got it in the inner circle and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But yes, govern yourselves accordingly with that joint if you're gonna play with that. Okay.
All right, thank
But
you.
yeah, good question. All right. Any final questions? Okay, go ahead, Miss Felicia.
Hey, good morning, Dion and Jeff. I really appreciate this. It's great stuff. But Jeff, a quick question.
Sure.
Talked a lot about your investments, and I'm just kind of curious. I think you've taken some previous courses and you've gained a lot of knowledge on investments. So did you learn a lot of that information through some of the previous courses, or did you learn all that with Dion, or just some studying on your own to get some of that knowledge you've got on your investments?
Some of it with Dion, and then some of it on my own, self-reading about investment. I read like investment books, a few investment books on stocks, but the strategies for as managing the money, that was something I just tested on my own about managing my portfolio. A lot of people, and the reason I say managing on my own, because like I said earlier, when you let someone else manage it, you're paying management fees. I'm trying to pay as less fees as possible. So I wanted to learn to do it myself. And that's when the fear comes in. A lot of people don't manage stuff because they say, well, I don't understand it. I'm scared about making a mistake. Well, the only way you're going to learn is by making a mistake and learn from your mistake. And I know the first step is to take, like I say, take action. You have to take action and just trust yourself and believe in yourself. Believe in yourself that you can do it. And that's what I had to do. I took a step. I said, well, I'm not paying someone else to manage money. I know I can do better. And to prove it yourself, for instance, my stock with Lockheed, and I always talk about Lockheed because I made so much money from it. So, but that was one I used to let them manage it. And what they would do is they would take my money and put it in what is called a target fund. And a target fund is time based, and also it's less riskier too. But you get less percentage on return on your money and investment. So when inflation kicks in, if they're giving you 7%, inflation is like 3 to 5 or 6%. I'm only getting 2%, and I'm paying.
And you ain't even getting that. You ain't even getting that because then you got a percent for the management fee.
Yeah, then I got to pay the management fee on top of it. So I was like, that's not helping me. Now I took over my own and started managing myself. My returns will range from 36% to 80% to 90% return on my money. That's how I was able to make and consistently making it now, even now. Right now, I'm at 36% since the 24th return investment. But I manage it.
Oh no. Did he freeze for y'all too, or is that mine?
No,
Yeah, he's frozen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't
All
want
right.
him to freeze because he's right. Every fund they give you is a target fund. So yeah, he needs to come back.
Yeah, hopefully come back in. But yeah, and look, I'm glad that you all are here listening, learning, engaging, talking, as well as seeing, one of your, Trade Like the Pros community brothers doing it and sharing it. And this is why I did this, because I wanted to highlight, people who are comfortable with sharing, because I know everybody not comfortable with sharing, but want to highlight people who are comfortable with sharing and also be able to see insights into their journeys, right? Because we all come from different backgrounds, different experiences, and different scenarios. But at the end of the day, when you get to that starting line, you gotta bet on yourself to take the leap, and then you gotta stick with you gotta learn real stuff, and then you gotta stick with what you are learning and execute. And it's not gonna happen overnight. And you have to really be able to balance out that fear and greed. And you got to stick to the rules. Okay. Hopefully you can come back, but we do only have 6 more minutes in here. I don't want to hold anybody too long. And like I said, today at 1 p.m. Eastern, we will have another student highlight with Victor. Victor is up over $250,000 from trading futures this year. So powerful stuff, y'all. And again, like I say this all the time, we do this in real life over here. Okay. And shout out to everybody who got, payouts at their levels in their journey as well, right? Because you all bet on yourself too, and you all took the leap of faith, and you all are getting paid out too. And for those of you all who are relatively new or just in the community and not in the actual course or program, this is very powerful and encouraging for you all to see as well what we got cooking. So some of you all may be in the free Trade Like the Pros Discord, where we just in there dropping information. You can ask any questions, chop it up. Then we have the course, right? You can go to tradelikethepros.com to learn about the course. And I'm going to be doing a live training next Saturday, October 19th, giving people the opportunity to join Trade Like the Pros. Okay.
I'm back.
And then we have you back. Okay.
I'm back now.
And then we got
I had
our
a
inner
computer
circle. It's all good. And then we got our inner circle, and we'll get ready to wrap with JB. And then we got our inner circle, which is the custom one-on-one mentoring and coaching from me that we just launched 2 weeks ago. So inner circle is the first time I ever launched one-on-one coaching custom program. And so those are the levels that you can engage with the community and engage with me. Everybody is open to getting into the free Discord. Tell your mama, tell your cousin, tell your sister, tell your brother, etc. Everybody can get in there and learn the basics from the daily postings that we get For the people who want to take the step and better themselves, they could join Trade Like the Pros. For the people who are in Trade Like the Pros and want the custom one-on-one learning from me, you can join Inner Circle. Okay, we'll wrap it up with JB. JB, finish your thoughts there, and then we're gonna get ready to close this session out.
Okay, I just want to let's say just get, don't wait, don't hesitate, get involved now. Don't be procrastinate. Get involved now and take advantage of the time because, like I say, you don't know how long we're going to be here. Don't take it for granted.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And so for all of you all who are not in the course, it's still $3,000. I'm very straightforward, very upfront. We don't hide anything. It's transparent. The course is $3,000 until October 19th. On October 19th, for that live session, it goes up to $5,000. So if you want to get in now at 3K, 3K is cheaper than 5K. So there you go. Money management 101, right? At October 19th, it goes back up to $5,000. And you can see the value. $5,000. We got multiple people making $100,000 in less than, a year. So, and then the only way you can get in the Inner Circle is by being in Trade Like the Pros course already. So I don't even offer that to just the general public or the general Discord community. Okay. So, if you are in the Discord community and you want to join now and you want to take advantage of the 3K price, shoot me a DM right now on Discord and I will send you the 3K link. Or if you want to lock it in for your family member or whatever, go ahead. And then, we'll go from there. All right. But I wanted to do this today to highlight JB. We're going to highlight Victor at 2. We're also going to highlight Miss Lisa. I believe we're going to push Miss Lisa to Thursday because she wanted to attend Dom's option stuff. But we'll highlight Miss Lisa in the next couple of days as well. And if anybody is in the community and open and willing to share their thoughts and their success publicly, let me know and we'll get you scheduled for one of these as well. Okay. I will see you all at 1 p.m. Eastern when we highlight Victor. All right. Love, light, peace, wealth, great health, and abundance to each of you all. Thank you again, JB. Congratulations. And I'll see you all in the next one. All right.
All right. My pleasure.
Peace.